In this video, we'll discuss weed killer being found in your food and drinks. Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Zarowski and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, it's a pleasure to have you here. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification, and join our notification community so I can help you excel your health and your life. In this video, we're talking about, are you eating and drinking weed killer? Okay, this is a horrifying topic, but it is truly today's reality. So what we're gonna do is talk about some of the recent studies done on this weed killer and how it's been found in your drinks and your food, and also how it affects and has a big impact on your body. Let's dive right into this. Now, when we talk about this weed killer being in your food and drink, we're talking about the active ingredient in Monsanto's weed killer known as glyphosate. There's been over 250 million pounds sprayed on American crops. Okay, once again, horrifying statistics here. The Environmental Working Group found that glyphosate was in your oats, cereal, and granola. Okay, so a lot of people are starting their day with a breakfast full of glyphosate. That's delicious. The Public Interest Advocacy Group tested 15 different beers and 5 wines. Here's what they found. Over here, you're going to see the beers, okay? Basically what they found in this one, all the way at the top, this brand of beer, that it had 49.7 parts per billion of glyphosate in it, okay? Scary stuff. Next here is Samuel Smith Organic Beer. Actually had 5.7 parts per billion in it. So all the way down to Peak Organic Beer, which had 0, okay? So once again, they're finding this in their beer. Now, this is just, the average person just loves to have some beer here and there, and then, unfortunately, they have glyphosate in it. So this is kind of opening up a bigger conversation, right? Like if this is in beer, is what's happening to the apple juice that kids are drinking, the orange juice that kids are drinking. And so anyway, we have to, take all of this stuff into consideration and look at the big picture. Also, what they did is they tested some wines here. They found the Sutter Home Merlot actually had 51.4 parts per billion of glyphosate in it. And then even the organic natural white wine had 4.8 parts per billion. Okay, when they actually talked to this company, they said, well, if you're organic and you're not using these different chemicals on your crops, why is it that we're actually finding it in? And they basically said, we don't use it. It's coming from the rainwater. And that's even more scary because basically what's happening is, just through the underground streams and also through the rainwater as it falls, you're actually getting glyphosate when you didn't even use it. And so that is a very scary reality as well. So that's why I always encourage people to make sure that they're filtering the water, to make sure you're getting the weed killer out of it, but you're also going and getting the pharmaceuticals and the chlorine and the fluoride and everything else that is in the water supply. So we have to really be careful there. But here's the thing that's just crazy about this. And the good news, it's actually good news. We should be just totally, excited about this. The EPA has actually deemed that these are safe levels, okay? Now, this is like total and utter nonsense because when we look at, how much carcinogen is safe in the body, the answer is 0. It's never safe to have carcinogen in the body. So why is it that the EPA actually tells us that there is actually such thing as safe levels of glyphosate in the food? Because there's safe levels in the body. Like absolutely crazy. It's like saying that, well, you could put a little gasoline in your drinks and a little bit of gasoline in your food because it's, as long as it's a safe level, you can drink gasoline. And obviously that's not an intelligent thing to do. So how is it okay to actually have glyphosate in your food and have it safe and in your drinks as well? Next here is I wanted to, bring up a few other points about the topic of glyphosate and how it acts on the body. Recently, there was a gentleman who was a groundskeeper and he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma at the age 42. He basically was able to correlate that directly to using this weed killer with glyphosate in it. He sued the company Monsanto that made it for around $280 million. He ended up with $78 million. But anyway, that was a groundbreaking lawsuit because you're talking about a gentleman who is reporting a problem that many people reported from being around this weed killer, and he actually went up against a mega billion-dollar company and he won. Okay, so he got around $78 million. And since then, 9,300 similar lawsuits have been filed against the company because people are developing a lot of different health issues from it. Okay. There's been some pilot studies to find that glyphosate to impact sexual development, DNA structure, proteins, and gut health. Levels in the human bloodstream have increased 1,000% since 2 decades ago. Okay, that's like a devastating statistic. Once again, how much is a safe level to have when you're looking at a carcinogen? How much is a safe level to have in the body? And my answer is none, of course. But of course, the EPA thinks that there is a safe level. The World Health Organization and the International Agency for Research on Cancer deem glyphosate as a probable human carcinogen, okay? And I think that it's really crazy that there's these conversations going on like, well, it might cause health concerns. Like drinking a carcinogen or eating a carcinogen chronically day in and day out is going to cause health concerns. Like, I mean, how could it not? When we look at how it affects the body, let's talk about the liver. It's been known to alter the abilities of the liver to detox. It disrupts the phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification process by disrupting the cytochrome P450. It increases oxidative stress on the liver. We're talking about glyphosate increasing oxidative stress, dramatically increase in liver cancer, cirrhosis, and fatty liver disease in young people. Okay, there's a dramatic increase in these liver problems in people. Okay, so all the time I talk about detox, and there's some people who go, well, Dr. Zarowski, there's no reason to detox because your body has a natural ability to detox. So why would you, focus on doing some of these detoxes that you do? I've done lots of videos on them. I'll put links in the description here below. But basically this is why, because if you're chronically consuming glyphosate, and then on top of that glyphosate, you are actually going and getting chemicals from your beauty products. You're getting chemicals from you're getting carcinogens from the chemicals in your home that you're cleaning with, the toxins that are coming from the clothing that you're wearing, your bedding. So all of these things are just an absolute onslaught to the body. And the body, of course, yes, is designed to actually remove toxins from it. But when you're talking about an onslaught of this many different toxins coming at you all at once, and then of course the liver's job is to actually get rid of them, well, here's one of the reasons we're seeing a major problem with people having liver issues, okay? Next is gut health, okay? And we're just trying to bring up a couple conversations. There's so many different health problems related to this, but we're just bringing up a few. We want to get the conversation started so you can actually go and be a powerful advocate for your health and make good decisions. Gut health, it disrupts the microbiome. Okay, research out there showing it disrupts the microbiome. Colon cancer is rising dramatically. Okay, that's another issue, a major issue for today. And then also there's mood disorders rising. And I say mood disorders because what we know is that when gut health is disrupted, the microbiome is disrupted. It disrupts how the brain functions. It disrupts your hormones. It disrupts every aspect of your body. The gut is a really, really critical part of your entire health. And that when we look at the gut, the microbiome, and that means the bacteria within the gut is very important as well. Okay, so it's going to disrupt your entire health. So what I'll do is I'll put some resources in the description below so that you can further educate yourself on this topic. Once again, this is just to get your wheels turning, get the conversation started, and make sure that you're making good decisions in your health. And the other thing too is a lot of people ask me, well, if you don't use this weed killer around your house, what do you use? And I'll go ahead and put a link to a organic weed killer that I use in the description here, because I don't want this, Roundup on my property at all. So basically what I use is an organic citrus-based weed killer, and I'll put that in the description so you can look into that. But it's very important that you're, making these changes in your lifestyle so that you're not actually poisoning yourself. So be sure to share this video with your friends so that they're not consuming glyphosate, and give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, put it in the comment section here below. And also, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos on how you can improve your health. I'll see you in the next video.